Hello, hello, hello. Namaste, my witchlings. Hi. We are having a day here, y'all. Big surprise. All right. So, how is everybody doing? Namaste. I'm going to do my digital housekeeping and say, please be mindful of the energy you bring into my space. And please be respectful in my chat, because if you are not, Arnold and the mods will find you at the banhammer.
Hasta la vista, baby.
Number of people. All right, there we go. Pardon me, had to finish putting the lipstick on as usual. Hey, Andrea. We're doing pretty good here today. Hopefully everybody out there is too. Forgot something important. Might help if I can, see what I'm doing. Wouldn't know why that might be important. Okay. All right. Burr, chilly. Yes. It's all good, Andrea. I understand. You guys have lives, so don't expect you to be here all the time. I appreciate that you are, and when you are, so we are good. And we're down to 6 people. All right. I am having an interesting time breathing today, apparently. The joys of being asthmatic in the Pacific Northwest in winter. Right. Okay. Hello, Sun Wukong. Ha. Thank you, Andrea. That is an interesting screen name, Monkey King. There we go. All right. What am I doing? My brain just glitched. Okay. We are getting started. All right. Yay. Yeah, let's take a sip of coffee and get started, shall we? Hello, Dan. I really like that your username. The Monkey King is pretty cool. Yeah. One of my bonus kids actually wrote a screenplay based on the Assassin's Creed games, where they were looking for the Monkey King's staff. That was fun. I got to be a part of that dramatic reading. All right. Brain is braining right now. Here we go. Probably. Ooh, yes, that is really cool. I need to read more about him, but yes. All right. If you would please, that would be awesome. I will, yeah. All right. So I'm gonna. They are doing pretty good. I've got there's a Took monster hiding behind me. Fuzzbutt has stolen my chair at least 4 separate times already this morning. Luna's doing, well, Luna. And, so, oh my God, Sarge. I opened the door so Sarge could see it was raining outside. And I'm like, do you really want to go out there right now, child? And just as I was getting ready to close the door, the pit bull next door came walking down the street. And I'm like, nope, you're definitely not going out now. And Sarge had spotted him and decided to proceed to bark at the closed door. I had to take him out so he could say hi to his buddy next door. Hey, John. if you say so. I am not familiar with that familiar. Let me rephrase. I am not that inherently familiar with Five Nights at Freddy's. I wish, honestly. I have seen the first one, but that is it. Not a bad movie. And let's see. So we're just going to kill in time at the moment. The man behind the curtain is making me a fresh cup of coffee because, well, it was either take the dogs out or make coffee. I opted to take the dogs out. It's one of those days. Hey, Echo, good to see ya. All right. I need to clean my desk again. That will happen this evening, probably. Tomorrow, for those of you who are regulars, I am going to remind everybody that we are shaking up and revamping our schedule. We are now doing Di's Daily Divination and Self-Care Sunday through Thursday. Coffee and Cues is moving to Fridays, and we are still taking Saturday off. That is my day to do all of the administrative work that goes along with doing all of this. So please be patient with us. Oh, that is awesome to hear, Echo. Man, exhaustion and stress, and I am just, I slept. I know I slept. Do I feel like it? No. Let's see, what else? I had something else. Oh, also, it's okay, Joram. Also, we are going to start cracking down far more on topics that are deserving of trigger warnings. And we are going to be even more mindful of the energy we bring into this space. We are going to be mindful of other people's triggers, and we are going to just kind of be a lot more zen in here. It's not any one person. I am guilty of dropping some shit that I shouldn't. And so we are just going to be a little more careful. Oh, I hate it when I used to hate it when the teacher would rearrange the classroom and where everybody was sitting. Oh my gosh. And we didn't know I was autistic. Gee, it's not like there were no signs of this at all. Oh, that is awesome, John. I love hearing that. How is that going to affect your running? I'm willing to bet you probably need to buy new running shoes as well. I do not like the red of my lips at the moment, so please give me a second. I'm going to fix that shit. Much better. I feel like me now. Exactly. Oh, that is cool. Those must be expensive, though. Oh. I just deal with having wide feet. And big calves. Torrid, if you are a bigger girl, or even you just have chunky calves, Torrid is amazing. I am. Interesting. My chair has squished. I didn't look. Thank God the cat wasn't there. Ha ha. Ah, there we go. Now I definitely look like myself again. Back where I belong. All right. That's fixable. There. Yes, I am wearing the Evolutions hoodie today. It's purple. The eyeshadow is purple. We're wearing the purple today. That's how it usually goes, Echo. Dervis, give me a second. John, you're amazing. You're just amazing. Naturally. All right. More coffee for Dada. Oh, that coffee's hot. Duh. He just handed you the cup, Di. The peanut is what's getting me. We're trying to translate what someone said. These shoes are really good for my soul. Oh my god. Yep. Anyway, hello everyone. I'm pretty sure we should probably get started here shortly. I'm going to let the man behind the curtain take over, do our thing. Today's reading invites compassion, clarity, and a gentler way of holding yourself. Castalia inspires your creativity. Namaste reminds you to breathe through the tender moments. And self-compassion asks you to treat yourself like a dear friend. Our moment of Zen guides us back to the truth that mindful work becomes love made visible. Join me for the entire episode. Hello. Hello, namaste, and welcome, my witchlings. Welcome, one and all to Di's Daily Divinations and Self-Care. This is where magic meets mindfulness, where we weave together the sacred spiral flow, honoring the day, listening to the cards, and caring for ourselves along the way. So, welcome back to my channel, or if you are new here, hey, hi, hello, and welcome. Each day we flow with the sacred spiral. I am Di, your favorite yoga witch, and guide through it. So let's go step into today's spiral together. So what that means is we now want to go grab our favorite crystal. I am, as usual, playing with my garnet. Light your candle or incense, cozy up with your coffee, tea, or whatever brew is filling your mug today, and let's step into today's spiral of wisdom and self-care together. Don't forget to do the whole like, share, and subscribe thing. It helps our Witchling circle grow and keeps our daily spiral turning. All right. Hey, Witchlings. I am so freaking excited about this. Our YouTube channel here is officially to the first tier of being monetized, which means you can now join us as a Witchling member. When you join, you're going to unlock a lot of goodies, such as access to our private Discord server, custom emojis of the critters and yours truly, priority responses to your comments, early access to new videos, members-only content, plus exclusive chats and live streams just for our circle. Yay! Your membership helps me keep creating all of this magic around us, and it lets us stay connected in deeper, more meaningful ways. So, if you feel called to support the channel and you can afford it, and you would like to step a little closer into the coven, tap the join button and come on in. Donk. All right. Who wants to see the earrings I'm wearing today? Haha. All right. We are wearing the Batty Brew earrings today. They are an adorable pair of earrings that are a purple spell or potion bottle with the cutest little black bat hanging out inside the bottle, and it is corked with crystals, with a few crystals just kind of floating inside as well. All right. So if you want to buy these earrings, check out dietheyogawitch.shop. These earrings were handmade by yours truly, and more. Hot. Warm. Oh, gods. Warm coffee is causing the personal power surges today. There we go. Ah! Forgot something. Forgot something important. All right. We have birthdays. Okay. We're adjusting a couple of things. I'm going to make sure I have this on. There we go. Yeah. Don't ha. There we go. That kind of feels better. Come here, you. Ha. That's better. Nope. Yep. And come here, you. Fix. Go where you belong. That's better. We have birthdays today. First, I want to wish John, one of our best witchlings, a very happy birthday. My dear friend, I hope you have an absolutely fantabulous birthday. And next, I want to wish my dad's big sister, my Aunt Pam, a happy birthday on the other side of the veil. You, Uncle David, and Troy are all very missed. We love you muchly. We are also wishing, well, first we're wishing our friends happy birthday. Happy birthday. We are also lighting our candle for our witchlings and their loved ones who are dealing with some really tough and crappy situations. As I light the flame, may our light be a beacon of hope in the darkness for those stumbling and or lost along the way. We also hold this light for survivors and victims of gun and domestic violence here in the United States, remembering them here in our circle. With the lighting of our candle, our sacred circle is now closed, and we are inviting the ancestors to join us here today. There we go. Oh no. Yep. Get in there where you belong. 1 cent candle. Yeah, no, it's a whole lot more expensive than that. All right. Hey, Jay. Jay's James. James Jay. Yeah, Jay can be a nickname for James. Hello. Hey, guys. You are so welcome, John. We told you we would remember you. Now I take a sip. Thought so. I am remembering. Considering that is far more expensive than just a penny, I am not disrespecting anyone. That is one of my spell candles. All right, my darlings. Let us take a quick peek. Let us take a quick peek at what holidays are weaving their way through the spiral of today. We have a few today. Whoop whoop. Today, we celebrate International Volunteer Day, a day that honors service, generosity, and community care. This is Siva in action, sacred service. Volunteering does not have to be big. It can be something as simple as checking on a friend, sharing resources, offering time, or simply practicing compassion. Peace grows through the hands that lift others. Now we get some fun ones. I love this one. Today is also Krampusnacht. Tonight, The shadowy counterpart to St. Nicholas roams the snowy streets of Alpine legend, Krampus. While the tales paint him as a fearsome figure, his deeper role is one of accountability and balance. Just as we honor the light, we also acknowledge the lessons delivered by our shadows. Use this Krampusnacht as an invitation to reflect. What habits or patterns are nipping at your heels? What old mischief needs to be released before the new year begins? Light a candle, journal a page, and let Krampus take away what no longer serves. And then as a parent, this one is important to me. It is National Communicate with Your Kids Day. This day is a gentle reminder to slow down and open that heart channel with the kiddos, whether they're tiny humans, full-grown adults, or somewhere in between. Ask a question. Share a story. Listen deeply. These conversations become the threads that we weave trust, resilience, and belonging through. And remember, communication is not just about words, it is about presence. Let them know you see them, you hear them, and you love the souls they are becoming. And that, my darlings, is our holidays. Stupid nose. Cat hair. Cat hair. Yes, you should communicate with your kids every day. Hey, Stitch. I don't disagree, but this is a holiday set aside specifically to remind those parents who don't communicate with their children to communicate. I know. Shanti. And yes, Shiva was last week, but that doesn't mean we are not still weaving that into our lives. Go ahead and ask Stitch. How many pets do I have? We have 4 currently. We have the 3 dogs and the furry cat. We have Tookers, who you guys are used to seeing. He is currently snoozing on his blanket behind me. We have Sergeant, who is the 13-year-old little old man of the house. Luna is an 8-year-old, and she's the smartest dumb blonde I've ever known. And then we have Fuzzbutt, our cat. I love him. You will probably see him later during this stream because the furry little monster likes to come in and yell at me until I pick him up. Yes, Fuzzbutt is very definitely the ruler of the household. There is a reason I refer to him as the furry overlord. And I tell you what, he lives up to his name, Chief. Anybody who's dealt with the Navy knows that the chiefs are the ones who actually make things run. I love my cat. So, picked it up 3 times today without ringing it. And now that I'm live, it goes ping. Love it. All right. Da babies. So, in the chat, that's the word I'm looking for, we have Fuzzbutt, Sergeant, Luna, and Tookers. Those are the babies. They're adorable, and they're all such sweethearts. Okay, as much as I would love to chit-chat, let's go ahead and move on. And let's go ahead and move on to the oracles. Sometimes misunderstandings happen, even when love is solid. This moment calls for compassion and a gentle check-in. Trust your heart's nudge to reach out and reconnect. Let me know what resonates here. First card is, You Didn't Mean It. Next, You Love Me. Last but not least, I need to reach out. And what do they all mean together? Because I know you didn't mean it, and I trust that you love me, I can see there was no intention to cause harm. Still, my heart nudges me toward connection. I need to reach out so I can check in, make sure you're okay, and bring a little clarity and compassion back into our shared space. That's our oracle. Oh, for the love of all things holy. Okay, we're going to redo that one because, well, we clicked the wrong banner. All right. Let's try this one again, y'all. Sometimes misunderstandings happen, even when love is solid. This moment calls for compassion and a gentle check-in. Trust your heart's nudge to reach out and reconnect, and let me know what resonates here. First card is You Didn't Mean It. Next, You Love Me. Last but not least, I need to reach out. And what do they say together? Because I know you didn't mean it, and I trust that you love me, I can see there was no intention to cause harm. Still, my heart nudges me toward connection. I need to reach out so I can check in, make sure you're okay, and bring a little clarity and compassion back into our shared space. That's our oracles. Oh, yes, I will happily show you the back of my cards. There is the back. It has a bunch of constellations on them. Oh, yep. There we go. Now y'all can see it everywhere. I really love this deck. All right. Moving right along. All right. Take a sip, and then we'll do tarot. All right. What do the tarot cards say today? Well, you may be feeling stuck or overwhelmed, but a meaningful emotional offer is on the horizon. Just be cautious. Someone around you may not have the best intentions. Trust your instincts and stay grounded. Drop me a comment about what resonates here. We start with the 8 of Swords. Trouble in health, wealth, or emotional happiness, and a tendency to make matters worse than they actually are. Next, we have the Knight of Cups. A gallant man with a marriage or proposal of an emotional nature. Last but not least, we have the King of Swords reversed. A power-hungry, morally bankrupt, selfish, and manipulative person. The Eight of Swords shows that you've been feeling boxed in, especially around your well-being, and your mind may be amplifying that struggle. The Knight of Cups brings an emotional offer or a heartfelt message your way, but stay mindful. The King of Swords reversed warns of someone power-hungry and or manipulative trying to influence this situation. Trust your intuition as you navigate these energies. That's our tarot. And now, my darlings, my dears, my beloveds, Let's weave together the Oracle and Tarot into one sacred spiral, my witchlings. A single thread of guidance winding through every card. Drop me a comment about what resonates here. You understand that you didn't mean it because your heart knows you love me and would never intentionally cause harm. Still, I need to reach out, echoes through your energy, urging connection and clarity. The Eight of Swords shows you've been feeling trapped in your own thoughts, especially around your well-being, and maybe making things feel heavier than they actually are. The Knight of Cups brings an emotional offer or a heartfelt gesture that helps soothe the tension, but stay aware, my darling witchling. The King of Swords reverse signals someone manipulative or power-hungry lingering at the edges. Trust yourself as you open communication with care and compassion. That's our reading. And then our affirmation. I trust my intuition, speak with compassion, and protect my peace. I welcome genuine love and clarity, and I release all energies that do not honor my well-being. That's our affirmation for today. Oh, damn. Okay. Oh, I think I'm fighting a smidge of costochondritis right now. Please don't worry if I sit here and rub my chest. It's just kind of achy. All right. What does the chat have to say today? Or for now. Brain not braining. What does the chat say? Anyway. Not me. I've not caused harm or been bad. Oh, James, you're fine. You're good. Thank you. Purple is my favorite color, and that is actually part of why I purchased this deck. It's been 30 years, and I still remember when I bought it. I love unicorns. I have been a unicorn fiend for years, since childhood. And it was unicorns, and it was purple, and I'm like, I gotta have it. Yeah. So, I like this one, and the redder purple, like my pants are today. The man behind the curtain likes this purple, and the slightly bluer purples of, I guess this. That's a bluish purple. So that is one of the reasons my office is not purple. My house is, my office is not. Because although we both love purple, we like different purples. All right. The color purple at this time and the number 3. 22 is my number. Will forever be my number. Actually, when we come back for chilling with the Witchlings, I will show you an oracle deck that I have that, yeah, it's got a story behind it. All right. Now, yeah, one of my lucky numbers is 13 as well. I've had two really good relationships that started on Friday the 13th. Now I want to run numerology on everybody and see if there's a reason we have those numbers as our favorite numbers. I'm going to have to do it. Okay. Where's my... There it is. Hold on. Witchy Mama had an idea that I got to write down because I really don't want to forget this one. There we go. Had to make myself a note. All right. Moving on to the self-care part of the show. Let's do Namaste. Namaste reminds us, just breathe. Namaste tells us to just breathe today. Concentrate. Align yourself with your breath. Intentionally breathe 8 times. Make every breath last a long time. Draw the breath in fully and exhale completely. Stress affects our breathing. The more we stress, the shallower our breaths. This will in turn affect our oxygen levels and our heart rate. This is a reason why we tend to feel tired when we are stressed. Mindfully focusing on our breathing will help our mind and body recover. Breathe. And then we have self-compassion. Self-compassion, says a friend indeed. We have our self-compassion card. Self-compassion says a friend indeed. What would you offer a friend at the end of a hard day that you can offer yourself now? Self-compassion. Boom. Elephant. Yes. Namaste has an elephant on it. Good catch, James. A favorite cartoon. Oh, dear Lord. We're not going to go into my favorite cartoons. I have quite a few. Do I have one? Oh, my gut says Scooby or Snoopy. We'll discuss favorite cartoons in the after show. Yes. Avatar is a good one too. Oh God. I have so many. All right. Address what? You can't be friends with yourself? I somehow missed that. I saw Andrea. Why can you not be friends with yourself? I mean, it's not impossible, but there are a lot of reasons behind why for a lot of people. And, well, once you learn why you can't be friends with yourself, you can learn how to reverse that. Self-compassion, self-care, and a lot of therapy. Loving kindness. Loving kindness is a big one. All right, my darlings. My witchlings, it is time to honor the goddess of the day. She is a divine presence to inspire, guide, and walk with us on today's spiral. Today's goddess, Castalia, the Greek embodiment of pure artistic inspiration, flows like an eternal fountain, an endless source of creativity, joy, and childlike wonder. Her influence touches artists, dreamers, and anyone in need of imaginative spark. Today, we honor both her and Walt Disney, who was born on this day in 1901, and whose iconic characters carried Castalia's playful magic into millions of hearts. Celebrate this connection by watching a favorite Disney film and then letting your inner child loose in some joyful, no-pressure, creative play. To draw Castalia's inspiration more deeply into your day, seek out a water fountain and drink from it while visualizing the water glowing with your personal color of creativity. Fill a small container with this water and keep it with you as a charm of motivation. You can pour a little out before an important task or sip from it to renew your creative flow. Let Castalia guide your imagination, soften perfectionism, and remind you that creativity is at its most powerful when it's rooted in fun. That's our goddess. Tucker's is heading out to the living room to see what's up. Oh, honey. Honey. If you are not friends with yourself, you cannot fully focus on your family. And yes, this is similar to the you have to love yourself before you can love, which I do not necessarily agree with. But this is very much a case of put your own oxygen mask on first. You have to model self-care, self-love, self-respect, so that your children do not grow up to not love themselves. Believe me, that one is far, far, far harder than it sounds. Trust me, 47 years old and I have had enough self-loathing for enough years. But we need to befriend ourselves. That's also one of the that's also one of the other cards in the deck that says befriend the voices in your head. For the same reason. It's just treat yourself with kindness because nobody else is going to. All right. Now let's see if I can inhale more saliva today. Jiminy Christmas. Oh, yeah. No, it's not. Don't. Ha ha. Ha. Tuck the hair out the way. There we go. Fixed it. All right, y'all. Guess what time it is? It's howdy doody. Anyway. It's time for our little moment of Zen from the Little Book of Zen, my friends. Got a couple of long quotes today. One from Khalil Gibran and one from Robert M. Pirsig. Work is love made visible, and if you cannot work with love, but only with distaste, it is better that you should leave your work and sit at the gate of the temple and take alms of those who work with joy. That is Khalil Gibran. Next, we have a quote from a very much favorite book of mine. Oh my gosh, do I love this book. Quote from Robert M. Pirsig. So, the thing to do when working on a motorcycle, as in any other task, is to cultivate the peace of mind which does not separate oneself from one's surroundings. When that is done successfully, then everything else follows naturally. Peace of mind produces right values produce right thoughts produce right actions, and right actions produce work which will be a material reflection for others to see of the serenity at the center of it all. That comes from Zen and the Art of Motorcycle Maintenance. Very good book. And that, my friends, is our moment of Zen for today. Yep, been there, done that, James. Definitely feel that one. Irony of ironies of today, having a quote from Zen and the Art of Motorcycle Maintenance. I gave that book as a gift last Christmas. I'll talk more about that in a bit. Today's closing blessing. May clarity find you gently, and may your heart stay steady as you move through the shifting currents of emotion and truth. May your words land softly, your intuition speak boldly, and your spirit stay protected and aligned. Go in peace with love at your back and wisdom at your feet. Blessed be, and Namaste, my witchlings. All right. And now, it is time to wrap up our show for the day, witchlings. Dun, 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 dun. Yep. All right, my loves. With the extinguishing of our candle, we open our circle and extend our eternal gratitude to the ancestors who joined us here. I'm tasting the smoke. Before we go, my witchlings, just a quick little reminder that this channel is supported entirely by our witchling community. There are no corporate sponsors here, just magic and love. So please do the whole like, share, and subscribe thing. Please. Have a good night, James. All right, now let's go out and spread love, spread joy, and spread kindness. There's already enough darkness and hate. Please, let's try to be beacons of hope and light for those stumbling in the dark. And please make sure your loved ones know whether they walk on two legs, fly with wings, curl up with fur, glide on scales, or tiptoe on those tiny paws and claws, that they are absolutely precious to you. Moments slip away faster than we expect, and those last goodbyes often come far too soon. And if you take one thing and one thing only away from my show here, please let it be that you always, always, always remember you are loved, you are wanted, you are needed, and your purpose here is real, even if you haven't figured it out yet. I was 45 before I did. I love you guys to bits. Namaste, my witchlings. Hi. There we go. Put that where it belongs. All right. Oh, that's big. So, I was telling you guys about the Oracle deck. So, my default tarot deck is my unicorns. They were my first deck. They're still my most responsive deck. I love them. And around about a year ago, actually probably about a year and a half ago now, Kat and I were at a MeWe fair. MeWe is technically, I believe it stands for Metaphysical and Wellness. Metaphysical Wellness. It's one of the fairs that I'm looking at vending at this year, or this month. So we went to the MeWe fair, and we're wandering around looking at the crystals and talking to people and doing shit. And I spot this deck. It is the Magick of Unicorns. So it has two things going for it right off that I could see. It is purple and it is unicorns. The price was $22. The price was $22, And you can see the author's name, Diana Cooper. Purple, unicorns, 22, Diana. For those of you who do not know, my birth name was Diana, spelled the other way, but still. There were 4 things about this deck that apply to me, and I'm like, that is a sign that those cards are supposed to go home with me today. I go to purchase them, and lo and behold, I have exactly $22 left of what I had to spend that day. And I'm like, yeah, that's a sign. So I brought them home, used them for a while during daily draws, and then I want to love them, but there are some parts of them that they rub me wrong. So I have packed them away for a while. I'm probably going to pull them back out here in the near future and work with them some just to see if I still dislike them. And if I do, well, I'm not sure. Because if they're not supposed to be mine, but I had that many things telling me that I was supposed to buy them, either they are for me or they're intended for someone in my immediate circle. All right. Let's check the chat, babe. Okay, nobody's chit-chatting at us. Nobody loves us, everybody abandoned us. Sad face. I'm in a mood today. It is Thursday. We have podcast tonight. That's kind of where I'm leaning, Andrea. I'm thinking it just wasn't time for it yet. Part of it is it's similar. It's got some similar wording to angel decks. And I don't know why, but probably because I don't work with any Christian iconography anymore. It could just be that there's a lot more Christianness to it than I am comfortable with right now, and I am working on that one. I did not grow up fundamentalist or super conservative Christian. Well, actually I did, but I didn't realize it. So there I am still doing some deconstructing of that upbringing, which I have talked to my grandfather in dreams recently, and he is fully supportive of. Shock of shocks, right? Considering the man told me to become a pagan if I needed to. I miss him. Tonight's podcast, what are we talking about on tonight's podcast? Developing self-confidence or self-respect. Tonight's podcast, I'm trying to remember what the hell the damn topic is. Inner peace. We are cultivating inner peace. That's what it is. I knew it was inner something. Peace and harmony. Peace and harmony is our theme of the month, which I absolutely, absolutely love. This week is cultivating inner peace. Is our week, and then our Shanti for the week is Sanskrit. Our Sanskrit for the week is Shanti, which is inner peace. So yeah. I'm kind of very much looking forward to tonight's podcast. Because when you live in as much chaos as we do right now, and the never-ending to-do list, the mom every 30 seconds. If you're lucky, it's every 30 seconds. And then the me, do it more, do this, buy it. Cultivating inner peace is not top of anybody's priority list right now, and it should be. That is one of the reasons I do the topics I do. I want more people to focus on their self-care and self-compassion, because honestly, I think if we can be more compassionate to ourselves on a daily basis, we're going to be more compassionate to everyone around us. Thank you for the love. Honestly, I'm not entirely sure why I feel this way, but I am fairly certain that there is research that says this. But I'm not a psychiatrist or a psychologist. I'm just your average everyday witchy poo. Witchy poo die? Really? Oh, trust me, John. I know I have told the story of how that deck happened to be. So, the man behind the curtain and I have been seeing our therapist for about 10 years. She has been our individual therapist, our marriage counselor. She has worked with all 3 of the kids in the last 10 years. So, she knows us well. And she's not a psychologist. She's actually a licensed clinical social worker. I had to envision the LCSW. She's an LCSW, which means instead of working from a clinical point of view, this is what's wrong, let's fix it, and we're just going to work with you, she does a far more holistic approach to it. She looks at the family situation and the social situation and all of it that affects you as a person. And it was under her orders I picked up I don't have it sitting where I can see it. A book by Germer and I can't remember the doctor's names now, and she is the biggest name in self-compassion, and he has been her partner in crime in a lot of this for many years. I know his name is Christopher Germer, though. Neff. Something Neff, Neff. I want to say her first name is Kristen Neff. So she told me that I needed to pick this book up, and I picked the book up, and as I'm scrolling through Amazon, there's a workbook that goes with it, so I'm like, yep, need that too. I love workbooks, let me tell you. And then I stumbled across the self-compassion cards, and I picked them up, and when we started doing this, self-compassion is something that everybody needs. And so many of us do not show ourselves any compassion. And it just felt right. You are absolutely, let's see, a few years ago, I came to the realization that Santa gives so much, but not many people think about him. That's why the cookies and milk are usually out. But I agree with you. Nobody thinks to ask what he wants or needs for Christmas. Something I love, and I wish I had thought of this as my kids were growing up. Every kid grows up and figures out that Santa isn't the one doing all of this. Not going to say he's not real, but every kid figures out that Santa's not the one delivering the presents. And I absolutely adore the way a lot of parents handle that. They take the child who is losing faith to the side and say, okay, so this is the truth. It isn't Santa, which but we all get to be Santa now, and you get to help. It convinces the kid to keep the secret from the younger siblings or cousins or friends, and it gives them a way to feel special, like they're in on it. But yes, nobody asks what Santa wants or needs for Christmas. Exactly, the spirit of Santa. But here's something sad. And a bunch of us saw the video last year. This woman, she's recording her family and seeing the kids ticket into their stockings and their presents and just, yay, happy, happy, joy, joy. The husband is happy, happy, joy, joy with his stocking and his presents. And then she pans to a stocking that's still hanging. And you hear her husband go, whose stocking is that? And the kids are like, that's Mom's. And it's empty. And the husband's like, well, why is it empty? I don't know, honey. Why is my stocking empty? Because how many families is mom is the one who does everything, the decorating, the cooking, the gift shopping, the wrapping, all of it. And who thinks about what mom wants and needs? Do you know how many years I have filled my own stocking? Although, little tidbit for parents out there. That's true. Little hint for parents out there with siblings or who have children, multiple children. Be prepared to have a child like I was. I was the only girl. My brothers in their stockings, one of the first Christmases I was able to, notice. My brothers we always got an apple and an orange, and my brothers each got a Hot Wheel car. First Christmas that I was really able to notice what was in the stocking, I didn't get a Hot Wheel car. I have no idea what I did get. But story is that I threw the biggest fit because I wanted a Hot Wheel car too. For the next 15 years, I was about 2 at that point. I was not home for Christmas when I was 17. So, 15 years. I got a damn apple, orange, and a Hot Wheel car in my stocking every year. The candy canes were optional. Other little toys were optional. It was usually toiletries and shit. But that Hot Wheel car, bet your sweet ass it was there every year. And yes, I will be watching The Polar Express. That is a wonderful movie. I love Tom Hanks. Did we lose Andrea? Oh, hello, John. Oh, yep, John's raising his hand. Yep. Oh, Insta. Yes. Whoops. Apparently Insta decided it didn't want to stream me today. I will be finding a Charlie Brown Christmas. I missed It's the Great Pumpkin, and I missed the Thanksgiving. I am going to find Charlie Brown Christmas. I have DVDs of the whole set. Do I know where the fluff they are? Nope. Do I have a way of playing them right now? Nope. So... Okay. I forget that we have a DVD player out there. There is a good chance that when I rearrange this office, I am going to hijack the DVD player and put it in here. Damn it. Apparently I don't have an input. Damn it. So, who wants to hear my plans for my space here? I'm going to babble at y'all for a bit. So, y'all are familiar with my office. That room, once the boys are gone and we are basically empty nesters again, is going to become my yoga studio. Looking forward to that. No huge hurry. And then again, the boys will be gone, and the current it is currently the dining room / spare kid room. There we go. It's where the couch is. We have this ginormous wooden desk. I absolutely love the desk. But it's got a bunch of stuff in it. Once the boys are gone, it is going to be turned into my media room / reception area in case I start seeing clients here at the house. And we're going to take the entertainment center that is currently sitting in the living room and swap it with the equal-sized shelving unit, and then I'm going to have the DVD player and my Xbox in my media room. Looking forward to it. The only shitty part is the door to that room is off the kitchen. So, or right through here. What I want to do is I want to block off the door to the kitchen and have the only entrance to that room be through here. But, you know, who the fluff knows. That's true. But I'm super excited. I have so many dreams for this house. Because it's a sweet little house. It's a 1,000 square foot house. But I have so many dreams for this house. Okay, 10. Ooh, I took one wall. But yeah, it didn't, I don't know. But for that all to happen, I have to actually be generating income here. So here's hoping. Yes. So what that means for you guys, do the like, share, and subscribe thing. Sign up for a membership here on the YouTube channel. Join the Patreon or the Substack or the Buy Me a Coffee. Anywhere that I am monetized. Buy something from the shop. Here's my link tree. Link tree up and down, depending on where you are. Link tree has all the ways you can support me. And please help us out here, because this witch has dreams. My other dream, I have a dream, is my 501c3. I have dreams for a nonprofit. But that's going to take a while. But I know what I want to do. And I am already working on the plans of how to do it. I just got to be able to support it. And that is so much easier said than done. And that's why we're doing this for 2 hours every day. Because I want to help people. And this helps people in its own way. My 501 will help people in its own way. My classes, my life coaching, my celebrations, etc., etc. And, you know, that's what I want to do. I keep forgetting Andrea's here in the Northwest. I love that one, John. Man, Andrea, I know I want to do that. Oh, God. I want to go to Zoo Lights. Oh, shit, sorry. I smacked my desk. I want to do Zoo Lights at the Portland Zoo again. I have some very fond memories of taking the train and doing the Zoo Lights train. Oh, I have pictures of my niece and late nephew at that. Oh, it would be so much fun. But yes, it's a non-profit instead of profit. Yeah. Some of John's puns sound like they come straight out of my head. Yep. Love it. Love it. Sorry. He's saying the Romans were definitely not for profits. I'm sure there's a Judas Iscariot joke in the nonprofit thing somewhere, but I'm just not being able to find it. Oh my gods. Why is my OCD being such a bitch about the way my little lens cloths are folded? It's driving me bonkers. Does anybody else call their brain by a name? I'm just curious. I know I'm batshit crazy here, so I'm not even going to worry about that one. When my OCD or the ADHD or the ODD or whatever PDA is being particularly obnoxious, I will refer to my brain as Brain with a capital B. My brain's name is Brain. And I get very angry with Brain at times. Am I alone in this? Okay, I lost my... But yes, I will be watching the Polar Express. The Polar Express train line at Mount Hood is so awesome. Yes, Pinky in the Brain. That is exactly where it comes from, too. I am Pinky. My brain is brain. I'm weird. I am weird. I know this. But you know what? Y'all love me anyway. At least I hope. Let's see, what else are we doing? At least a few people do. Let's see, what else? I'll be making more earrings next week. I have posts with hoops or with loops, so I can actually make post earrings instead of just fish hooks. I have more beads. I'm gonna gather kidlets around to make some candles. I'm hopeful. I'm really hopeful. Not holding out hope on that one, but I am, or not holding my breath on it, but I'm hopeful. 2025. Yep. What is Amy doing now? So my cousin just shared something to the Discord server. He's making a list. It's kept in plain text. An elf just got fished. You know what is next. Santa Claus has leaked 2.2 billion users, names, addresses, naughty, nice statuses, and the times they are asleep in their homes. Santa got fished. Oh, wow. Hello. I love it. That's just, I love it. Saw that. Santa Claus is coming to coming to town is just a song full of threats. It is. It truly is. Dude, between Santa Claus and Jesus/God as a kid, I am not surprised I had anxiety and was paranoid, because you get told Santa Claus is watching you, and he only brings toys to the good girls and boys, and Jesus or God is watching you at all times, so you better make good choices, and God knows what you're thinking. Why do we torture children like this? Seriously? I mean, it's just wrong. Santa's in trouble. Yup. But seriously, I lived in a state of paranoia as a child, because being told that God and Jesus were watching me and could hear what I was thinking, and Santa Claus was watching to make sure I was a good girl so I could get Christmas presents. I'm amazed that I actually moved, because, you know, one of those, I'm just going to sit here and not do anything, and that way I can't be bad, and I'm not going to think anything, so, you know, they're not going to hear any bad thoughts. Yeah, no. Oh my God, why do we do this to children? I don't get it. And then the elf on the shelf. Hello. Who in their right mind is going to let a little narc like that in their house? I mean, come on. I barely tolerated doing the tooth fairy because, hello, I am not selling my body parts to the fae. All right? I don't care how much they pay me. I am not selling my body parts to the fae. You do not invite the fae into your home. Come on. Exactly. Yep. Some adults love control. And also, the patriarchy thrives on that kind of stuff. Keeping us compliant. And you have to have a fear of consequences to be a good and moral person. That is why so many people, when they find out that you're not Christian or an Abrahamic faith, They assume that your morals are lacking, and they'll look at you and go, well, what keeps you from killing somebody then? I don't need to believe in the Sky Daddy to know that hurting another person, much less killing another person, is wrong. Is that the only reason you don't go around killing people? Is because you're afraid of the great big bad Sky Daddy? Please, someone explain this to me. I don't get it. Oh yeah, ending. There we go. Unaliving. But seriously, Catherine Ghost Crows, yes. I am truly speechless here. But I just don't get it. Yes, I'm a people pleaser too for the same forkin' reason. The same reason. I am and yeah. We are getting close to trauma dumping, so let's be careful here. But yeah. That is why I did not tell my kids that God was watching them. Did not let my parents tell my kids that God was watching them or that God knew XYZ. No. No, no, no. We are not psychologically damaging my children. It's okay, Andrea. We're good. We were tiptoeing on the line. But yeah, I don't get it. But it also is a lot, the patriarchy and the church and wanting to keep women and children subjugated and blah, blah, blah. But that is an entirely different rant. People be wildin'. There we go. People are wilding. No shit, we do. Yep. I love it. I so badly, and this is me being weird, when I was at the Vatican, I so badly wanted to step into one of the confessionals and just to see what it was like. But see, I am also that witch, actually that bitch this time, who had there been someone taking confessions at the time, I would have come up with the absolute wildest shit I could have. Because that's just me. Really bad Catholic joke. These three nuns are doing confession. The first nun, bless me, Father, for I have sinned. What are your sins, child? I held Father so-and-so's, and the priest says, okay, do 5 Hail Marys and, wet your hands with holy water. Okay, she goes out, dips her hands into the holy water, does the Hail Marys. Next nun walks in, forgive me, Father, for I have sinned. What are your sins, my child? I looked at Father so-and-so's, and he says, okay, do 5 Hail Marys, or do 10 Hail Marys and dab your eyes with holy water. So she goes and touches her eyes with the holy water, does the Hail Marys. Third nun goes in and comes back out. Yep. And she comes out yelling, out of the way, girls, I gotta gargle that shit. I would be the third nun. Well, somewhat. I would not be needing to gargle it, but I would have been the one busting out yelling it. That didn't sound right. Sorry. I would be the third nun just busting out going, out the way, I gotta do shit. That did not come out entirely correctly. And the funniest part is I have an aunt who tried to become a nun, or a great aunt who tried to become a nun. Yes. Yes. But yeah, oh my God, that one was, I cannot remember how old I was when I found that joke. Definitely not old enough to be hearing it though. And no, mining, I would not. That was a moment where mouth spoke before brain caught up to what was being said. Happens a lot. Fucking ADD. I hate my ADD. Oh. I would be kicking the habit just wearing it. I would be kicking the habit just wearing it. There is a reason Witchy Mama does not wear bell-bottomed or flare pants. What religion it's for. And habits don't... And habits typically don't cover the face, but... Okay, so the man behind the curtain says, what's the difference between a habit and a burqa? Okay. Ijab, there is a difference between ijab, it's just the headpiece. The burqa is the entire outfit that covers the woman from hair to shoes. Love it. Hey, Chloe. Chloe, I love your new profile picture. That thing is so damn cute. Oh, Irish, that is cool. I feel loved. I feel very much loved. Y'all are the best. Don't mind me, I'm putting earrings back where they belong. I have made a mess of my desk and everything, and I'm going insaner. Insaner. Wow, Di, you're doing stellar with the Englishing there. Yes. Yes, I am Englishing. I have a weather app on my phone that is all kitties. And I can have them either doing holiday stuff, yoga, or I can do specific breeds of cats. And I keep it because, well, it's relatively accurate. And the kitties are cute. Which reminds me, I need to turn it to the Christmas kitties. Black cats, Halloween, holiday, kitty love, Maine Coons. Yeah. Yup. All right. Yeah. Irish, don't sleep deprive yourself, honey. Wait, I am tired now. Yeah, well, yeah. We had a late night last night. I could not get to sleep at a normal time to save my ever-loving soul. Yeah. Oh my God. So I follow this content creator who was a teenage mom. Had the baby got pregnant at 15, had the baby at 16. And baby daddy's mother, so essentially she refers to her as her ex-mother-in-law, even though they did not get married. Bitch be cray. And rich. And this person in the comments responded to me on one of her videos saying, I wonder why they didn't get married. I mean, she had a skit showing everything that was going to be taken care of for them. And bills are evil. And I'm like, have you watched her videos? Have you seen what she was going to be putting up with had they gotten married? No, I wouldn't have married the kid either. And they were only 16. No. Anyway. Yep. At Walmart, everybody and their cousin. Yes. That's normal. That's oy. There are certain places I avoid during the Christmas season as much as possible. Walmart, Costco, and just about any mall. And Target. Yeah. So we are night owls here. Okay, I am a night owl, and I end up keeping the poor man behind the curtain up way past his bedtime because I don't sleep. So it is normal for us to not crawl into bed before 2 a.m. And if I go to bed at 2, that means he is going to bed between 2:30 and 3 because he needs quiet time with nobody else awake to be able to wind down and actually be ready to sleep. Yeah. And then my PTSD ass. I hate sleep. I love sleep, but I hate sleep. So I end up staying awake ungodly hours. And it is not fun at all. Yeah. But once I fall asleep, unless the nightmares are particularly bad, I usually get at least 7 hours most of the time, because my go to bed time may not always be the same, but I always get up between 10:30 and 10:45. Get up, come in here, take my meds, scroll a little bit, check messages, make sure there's nothing that needs to be dealt with ASAP, get the dogs out by 11 or around 11, and I'm back in the office by 11:30 to eat my breakfast, drink my coffee, and get started prepping for stream. That is my morning. I am working on making sure that I get my bedtime set back to being no later than 1:30 so that I can go to bed at 1:30, get up between 9:30 and 10, get the dogs out, do my yoga, and then start prepping. I miss my morning yoga. I still do my meditations every day, but I have not managed to crawl onto the mat in a while, and I'm feeling it, and I'm paying for it. Don't mind me. I need to put the earrings back where they belong, but unfortunately I have made a mess of where they live, so I'm fixing it. Oh, sorry. I apologize if I'm making noise at y'all. Okay, this is going to go over here. There it is. There we go. Ha. It says we got 4 people, so I'm betting it's just Usins and Andrea and John. And maybe Irish. There we go. I gotta fix this guy. I have some really... Isn't it good? He fell down, go boom. I have a hot glue gun I can use to fix it, though. Yay! Happy, happy joy. I have the goofy headbands like this because I would wear them to work when I worked at Torrid. And it was just fun. Yeah. And these, we weren't allowed to wear costumes to work at Torrid. So, and this was during plague. So I bought these that have a matching mask, and this was my Halloween costume for Halloween of 2020. Because I could wear headbands to work. I have another headband running around here somewhere that's an elf hat. Dollar Tree headbands are the best. And I mean, yeah, he's falling apart, but it's super easily fixable. Ooh! Ooh. Dollar Tree witchcraft ideas. I need to... That'll work. Yeah. Okay. I'm writing myself notes for stuff to write for you guys. Dollar Tree witchcraft. Oh, excuse me. So would you guys rather see blog entries? And okay, let me rephrase. Would you rather see it as text or a video when I do things like the Dollar Tree witchcraft and the other shit that I've been talking about, the witchcraft on a shoestring budget? Would you rather see videos as in shorts or long form videos or text? So, because I'm trying to figure out how to present some of this information. I need to start sharing more into the Discord server for those of us who are there. But please help me figure out what I'm doing. Videos, okay. I can do those too. I will start generating some scripts for some shorts. That's true, John. Visual is better. And we have discovered, and I think this is what we're going to end up doing. It is cold. I think we are going to end up, instead of pre-recording Witchy 101, we're going to end up doing that as a string of members-only videos that we will then be able to edit and tweak and reshare as public. And part of that is we have discovered I work far better if I have the pressure of being live. So, I hear you, Chloe. Where is Chloe from? I cannot remember. No, I'm not asking specifics, just a general vicinity. I mean, state works. The Netherlands. Yes, it is cold there right now. We're in Seattle, Washington, here in the States, and yeah, it's chilly. Yeah, and it's chilly here. It's wet, but it's very similar to the UK's weather though, so we're not horrible. Yes, I know you can't wait for Witchy 101. I want to get it done. But it's just really. Oh, damn. Well, it's a good thing I didn't. I did have some. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. If they rapidly do not. If they don't pivot back to being plus-sized Hot Topic, which they've talked about, yeah. Exactly, Andrea. But yeah, he was telling me Torrid stock just tanked. Oh, damn, Torrid stocks are down 14%. So, like $1.10 per share. Ouch. Yeah, it was $10 a share when you bought a couple for me. Yeah. Wouldn't be surprised. Brain not braining. Oh, cool. Let's see. Oh. Right. Let's see. I have so many freaking notes. Oh! Dubai style chocolate. That sounds interesting. Oh, this is one of my idea pages for the 501c3. Yeah. And what is the viral Dubai style chocolate? I have not seen that yet. Sounds good. Not to Hazel, but it sounds good to me. Hey, Chloe, welcome back. I swear, my brain feels like it's got sludge in the gears. I'm trying. There's something I'm trying to think or trying to remember, and it's just not happening right now, and I don't like it. Do not like my brain not functioning. Yep. Gee. I don't know anybody else who's done something like that recently, honey. He takes the dog in with him, too, because Puppy Boy is a very good little personal heater. Where is the little monster, by the way? Oh. Probably on the couch. I love my furry children. They're such good little furry bastards. I mean, monsters. He, Mr. Woofer, likes to snuggle. That's why his name is Sergeant Snuggle Puppy. This dog, his favorite thing to do when he was a puppy was burrow under like 10 blankets. And then he'd turn around and stick his little nose out. And he would surgically attach himself to your hip when you laid down on the bed. Hence why he became Sergeant Snuggle Puppy. He's such a sweet puppy. I wouldn't like it. I don't do pistachio, but that sounds interesting. And ungodly expensive. Pistachios? Okay, then I probably would eat them with chocolate. That's what Andrew is talking about, is the Dubai bars. Oh, I'll have to talk one of the kids into buying me one. I know what I'm asking my kids for Christmas and my birthday. I know what I am asking for from my kids for Christmas and birthday. Ink and piercings. I have a few piercings in my ears. No facial piercings, not a chance. I've got these and that and this. Might do another eyebrow, but other than that, nope. But my ears. Definitely gonna do my ears again, and I so want more ink. I have to laugh because so many people, one of the first places they get ink is the back of their shoulder, so that's on their back. I do not have any ink on my back. And I think it's kind of amusing. That's true too. I want to get the double helix, this one. I want to get that done on both ears. I already have my dates. I am not doing an industrial, not a chance in hell. Not after watching the Munchkin get theirs done. Nope. But yeah, I would definitely want to pierce my ears more. Yes. $18 for one bar of chocolate. Nope. That's an expensive chocolate bar. Jiminy Christmas. That's true. Oh, goodness gracious. That was a big yawn. Oh my gosh. So, both of the late shows we watched last night. So we watched The Daily Show and then we watched Colbert. Those are the two that we watch together. Occasionally we'll watch Jimmy Kimmel and Seth. And even rarer do we watch The Tonight Show. But Daily Show and Colbert both did stories about this poor raccoon. This poor raccoon who somehow got into a liquor store through the ceiling, left a trail of damage behind him, broken bottles and shit, and then proceeded to pass the fluff out between the toilet and the commode in the bathroom. And, yeah, poor raccoon was drunk off his ass, which led to the conversation about the fact that raccoons will deliberately get themselves intoxicated by eating fermented berries and shit. And it's just, I had to laugh. Yeah. Tiny little political rant. Yeah, but the tariffs aren't causing prices to go way the fuck up at all. Yeah, that poor drunk raccoon. Well, I did kind of feel bad for him. I tortured the poor man behind the curtain the other night by this video. It was a cat and 2 dogs, a pit bull and a chihuahua. And mom and dad had gotten a new carpet, a new area rug for the living room that had a well. It looked like you were looking down a well. The animals are on the couch. This rug is on the floor. And the captioning says, as the pit bull is nudging the chihuahua, the pit bull is saying, "You go first." So chihuahua gets and jumps down onto the floor, looks scared shitless, and is screaming. And then all of a sudden stops and goes, "What the fuck? I'm not falling." And as soon as it stops screaming and realizes, and then the pit bull and the cat jump down, and the pit bull's like confused. And yep. And I kind of felt bad for the chihuahua, but the look on its face when it realized it wasn't falling was comedy gold. That dog honestly thought that she was dying. I'm saying she because she was in a pink hoodie, but that poor thing, she was convinced that was the end. And when she realized it wasn't, she's like, "I'm alive." Poor dog. I feel bad for the dog, but it was funny. I feel so bad. And back in the day, the Budweiser Clydesdales Dalmatian, in one of the big parades, it was like the Rose Parade down in Pasadena. I see that, John. The Pasadena Rose Parade. They had to put the dog back up they had to send the dog across the checkerboard on the pavement at the reviewing stand because the horses wouldn't step on it because they didn't realize it was, solid. So this bird walks into the store, waddles to the left, doors closed. Oh, came back out before the doors completely closed, with a bag of chips in its beak, plops it on the ground, and then proceeds to beat the snot out of the bag to get the bag open and eat the chips. That is a very smart seagull. Oh, that's hilarious. Love it. I would have. Flip the bird. Yes. Oh, Andrea. Oh shit. He shared in the Discord. That's how I know what happened. We need to work with Andrea and figure out how we can. I wish I knew Chloe. Work, school. Actually, I do kind of know part of it. And this is something that our dog trainer told us. You can exhaust yourself 2 ways. You can physically exhaust yourself by doing physical manual labor, or you can do mental labor, such as learning things. Hey, Hazel, I see you. By the way, the link he just shared is the link to the shoplifting seagull. But she reminded us that when we were training Luna, that even though it wasn't physically demanding for her, it was mentally demanding, and that uses just as much energy as physical labor does. You're still having to think because it's that helps exhaust you some too. But for me, when I wasn't in a class that I was necessarily learning a whole lot from, I still had to mask. I had to constantly monitor what's going on in my head as to whether it's socially acceptable to say these things out loud. Did not always succeed there. I had to be always mindful of what I was doing with my hands and feet and legs because my stems were obnoxious. Still are, by the way. I'm a fingernail drummer. Tempting. Another one that I do, and the man behind the curtains is going to kill me. Well, but I'm a pen clicker, and I'm deliberately not clicking it because I don't want him to get upset. It will agitate him, but I am one to sit here and just. And the right hand is worse because I can do it faster. But yeah, so that I'm actually kind of grateful. Where the fluff did I put it? It's the purple tin. No, it's not. But I have, well, okay, here's a big one. This does kind of help some with that particular stem because I can sit here and push the little bead or the button back and forth. But I'm a pen clicker or a fingernail drummer, especially if I have tips. If I have acrylics, I will drum those suckers. Oh yeah. Stupidest thing is just for school, ride 18 clicks on the bike because that's the closest school. Oh, 18 miles? Oh my God. Well, equivalency over here, almost 18 miles. Damn. Wow, that's interesting. That is very much different from the way it is here. I mean, I'm not sure exactly how far, so give me a second. I mean, we're only 4 miles from the high school my kids attended. That's in the next town over. It is 4.1 miles from my home to the school. That is trippy. Yep, that's kind of what happened to me. Oh, hiking is so awesome. Hazel, I am so jealous. Silver Falls State Park one of these days. Yeah, I've definitely been there, though. I have a memory tickling that has something to do with church, but I don't remember exactly. But yeah. But no, me being still, no. My mom used to tell that people at church didn't think I owned any shoes when I was tiny because we would go to church and she would take my shoes off because I would run up and down the pew. And yeah. And she figured out real quick that if I had shoes on doing that, it made too much noise. Oh, Lord. But yeah, Me being quiet does not happen. Still doesn't happen. I wish. Don't. Oh, we are getting close to that time. Whoops. Thieves' charter. Not investigate a bike theft. Wonderful. So if you ride your bike to the train station to catch the train to work or whatnot, and it's gone when you get back from work, seriously. People, I hate people. I hate stupid people. There we go. There. No. Oh, we're good. I don't. Yeah. I don't see it as being a waste of resources, but go get some rest, Chloe. But you know, I'm weird. But you know, that's just me, right? Right. There we go. Boom. Taking care of a few things right quick. That's all good. No, that's okay. No worries. I'm doing the sing and hum thing again. Dunning-Kruger effect is so interesting. Just saying. But there we go. Dorkfish. Love the dorkfish. Interesting. We'll discuss that another time. I'm trying so hard right now to not be political, but that is actually kind of interesting to dork. I'm pretty sure yes, but some things happened yesterday that we've had to have a conversation about, and I suspect there's some wound licking going on there. And I hate it. I hate it so much. But yeah. David Bowie. David Bowie is cool. We lost an immense talent when he passed. One of my favorite David Bowies is the David Bowie Bing Crosby Little Drummer Boy. Oh, that is so cool to know. My ex-father-in-law knows the members of one of my favorite bands ever. It's Alabama, obviously is. And they are from the next town over from where my ex-husband and his family all grew up. So I think they're distantly related, but I cannot remember that off the top of my head. I just remember my ex-husband thinking it was hilariously funny that was my favorite group. Randy Owen, the lead singer, my oldest brother used to look just like him. Scary. I mean, doppelganger looks like him. So Hazel, yeah, we're almost out of time, sad face. But Hazel went on a 3-mile hike, for those of you in the portrait. John is saying for some reason he has David Bowie's Life on Mars in his head. And then he said Bowie lived in the next town over from him. So they say everybody, okay, Hazel says she doesn't know she has a doppelganger. They say that everybody has one. I have heard from other people that I have one. Not sure exactly. Don't remember details, but yeah. Life is interesting. All right. All right, my loves. Whoopsie, that's Mousy. And Mousy was on. Sorry. Oh my God. Okay. Yay! Uh-oh. We have hit 2 hours. So, my darlings, my dears, we have 1 hour until Yoga Witch's Cauldron podcast. I need to go get ready for that and get the doggos out and eat something so that I'm not, hangry. So please come back in an hour to see the podcast. I will see you guys soon. Go out there and spread love, joy, and kindness. Make sure your loved ones know you care, because we don't know how long we have with them. And that sucks when we lose them. And please, if you take one thing away from all of this that we do here, please let it be that you always remember you are loved, you are wanted, you are needed, and you do have a purpose here, even if you haven't figured it out yet. I was 45 before I found mine. I love you guys to bits. Namaste, my witchlings.